podcast.
You know, Taylor Swift got booed, saluting Commander-in-Chief, got thunderous cheers.
I don't believe it.
Do I dare say America is great again?
No. No.
Nature is healing.
No.
Are you a Swift? Are you a Swiftie?
I am not a Swiftie, but she didn't get booed because she's Taylor Swift. She got booed because she is the girlfriend of the team that the majority of the people in the stadium hated.
So I'll tell you something here.
Yes.
Wrong.
No.
Yeah. You know why she got booed?
Yep.
We're sick of her.
Don't. Well,
sick
yeah,
of her.
I agree.
She's overexposed, just like her boyfriend is.
That is true.
And everyone's sick of the Chiefs, and everyone's sick of them. It's just a cycle. They didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Other than they, participated heavily in overexposing themselves.
That is true.
But I have to say, I really enjoyed when she got booed.
Yeah.
She looked around and said, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
That's her quote. What's going on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Not familiar
Yeah.
with dislike.
Yeah.
When you've got minions that just constantly blow sunshine up your ass. When reality said that cold wind of reality comes.
What's going on? What's that?
But my
She's
tour.
universally loved. Loved.
Not inside the Superdome.
Yeah, except for there.
I like when Gantz gets shot in 48 hours at the end of 48. I got shot? What? There's Taylor going, I got booed?
Okay,
so
I mean,
true.
I agree that they're annoyingly overexposed. I get it.
Yeah, that's
But-
all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
And people, it's not her fault. It's like, of course it is.
Yeah.
Stay home.
No, she doesn't have to stay home.
If she doesn't want to be overexposed, yeah.
No,
I mean,
she
look,
didn't put the camera on herself.
she knows by going to it that she's going to be a huge part of the show and loves being a huge part of the show. Come on.
Exactly.
She's in control of her destiny on this thing. She's not an innocent little victim. She's not a little snowflake.
She is.
What was
She's innocent. She did nothing wrong.
She was wearing like hip waders.
I don't know. What about him walking in like Saturday
Yeah,
Night Fever?
I do. Yeah, that was ridiculous.
How about paying attention
Thank
to
you.
the game instead of your little costume?
Oh my God.
He looked very spot out.
Now, here's a weird question. I saw very shortly after the blowout that Patrick Mahomes, I didn't see him say it, I just read the quote. He goes, "It's my fault. I let you down, blah, blah, blah."
He wore it.
And I'm like, ugh. It's so gross when someone goes, "It's all on me."
Yeah.
There's something gross about that, like saying, if I'm not up to par, the whole thing falls apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
In other
Because
words, if I'm not here,
Yep.
none of this works. It's
Yeah.
all my fault. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Well, but
Yeah.
by saying it's all my fault, conversely,
Yes.
you're saying, oh, those big wins, yeah, it's all my fault as well. It's because of me.
I don't like it. And it's a stupid and weird and makes no sense for me to say it when a guy goes, "Oh, it's all my fault, sorry." It's like there's something gross about that. When someone, if you go out and say, "I had a bad game," great, okay,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
fine. But to
Yeah.
say the whole thing is because I screwed up, I don't think so. The guy was overrun. He was overrun.
He got his ass kicked.
He got his ass kicked.
Your offensive line's the one who should be out there talking
They
about.
let him
Right.
through. They
Yeah.
let him through.
Right.
But it was wonderful. Oh, it was wonderful.
Dave, it was, what is it, Schadenfreude when you rejoice in the sorrow and the.
Something like that.
Ang-
But
angst of
they're
others.
overexposed. We're sick of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Andy Reid, Travis, Patrick, the insurance commercials, the Pringles commercials, everything.
Yeah. Done.
Enough.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
it was Kansas City, Missouri versus the world.
Yeah.
It was.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was so great to behold.
Yeah.
Didn't have a dog in the hunt, but it was just fantastic. I wish they would have scored 100.
And I was watching when it was 17-0, and they're showing him on the sideline, and he's, let me read the tablet, let me do this. Is it 17-0 when you start letting the fear creep in? Like, I might not be able to get back.
Oh yeah.
I might not be able to claw back from this one.
Yeah.
When
You could see it when it happened.
oh yeah.
It was in the third quarter. They had the look. And we as San Diegans know that look. You know, we saw
do.
We've
Yes.
seen it in our World Series attempts. We've
Yes.
seen it in our Super Bowl attempts.
Yes.
Usually happens around halftime.
Pretty much.
You know, there's Junior Seau.
Oh my God. And having been lucky enough to have worked a number of Super Bowls for Westwood One, if your favorite team is not playing in that game, it is a Bataan death march.
Yeah.
How long that fucking game is. Momentum builds commercial. Momentum commercial.
Yeah.
And it is just
Yeah.
so, when you're there, it is so long to behold.
Yeah.
You don't realize how long it is.
You could.
You know, I used to really dedicate myself to that day. I'm going to watch the commercials. I'm going to see the halftime show, even if it's not someone I like. I'm going to pay attention. And like yesterday, I really was okay. It's on and whatever. I'm going to play with the dogs. I'm going to make dinner. My life not only was not negatively affected by it, it was better.
Yeah.
It was when I didn't dedicate my whole day
That's it.
to the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. It was better. What were we going to say?
Oh, I was just gonna say, you could tell the energy of the Eagles when they came out. They were like, they were there to win.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
The revenge factor, and I think maybe, hopefully, Nick Sirianni played up the fact that, you know, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I'm being Nick Sirianni in the locker room. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I'm tired of this cheap shit. Let's go out there and just pound their asses. Let's go embarrass them. And that's again, revenge is a great motivating factor for that.
Yeah, because 2 years ago, remember?
That's right.
Yeah.
2 years ago, they lost by one stinking field goal to
Yeah.
the Chiefs.
Yeah.
The Eagles did.
When he threw the pick six, Mahomes did, that was one of those things where in games gone by, he threads that pass, and it's just like, shit, this guy is so lucky, et cetera, et cetera. That pick six was like, ooh, because he got hit on the throw.
Yep.
It altered the throw, and the whole game.
Yep.
He.
That was it.
That was it.
That was it.
That D-line hit him.
At the end, game's over, and post-game celebrations and interviews, Sirianni picks up his, I think, 2 or 3 year old son.
Little kid.
And the kid goes, "You won!" That was so cute.
And they both did the Eagles chant, which was, and
They spelled it right.
spelled it right, which is huge.
A 3-year-old.
Good education. Good job, Sirianni.
A 3-year-old could be mayor.
Yeah.
Well, it was great.
Yeah.
It was fun. You know, unless you're a Chiefs fan, obviously. My neighbor across the street, he's got a flagpole. It's like, I don't know how tall, and he's got 2 flags on it. One is Trump and Vance, and the other one is Chiefs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of stand out in the
Well,
front yard. Go,
One of his
That's too
teams.
bad.
One of his teams
Suck it.
won.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, what do you do to distract yourself on a Super Bowl Sunday? Do a little cookout, hang out with some friends, put a dog down, something like that.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I got to tell you, I saw this clip. Sweet little Kelly Ripa, who's only about this tall off the table, was doing her show the other day, and she was in the middle of live, and she broke down in tears. And it's like, what's going on? And she goes, I had to put my dog down, and I thought I had this out of me, and she lost it.
Yeah.
Right there in front of her show.
Yeah.
And you had
Let's see what happened.
the final act, the final dude.
We did.
Fucking hate it. God, I hate it.
It's the worst.
We all hate it.
We all fucking hate it. And
there is something wrong with you if you don't agree with that statement.
Oh, yeah.
I hate having to put my dog down. Don't agree.
Yeah.
No.
I look
fun.
forward to it. You know, but you know, you have to put it in your head. It's the last act of love for your animal.
the dog Buddha said 5,000 of the greatest days ever and one of the shittiest on the calendar.
Old age?
Yeah, a family in Coronado, lady was an Anatolian Shepherd, and she was about 115, 120 pounds. She's big as this table. And a family had her in Coronado, and they were going to move down to a condo downtown in the gas lamp. So they just showed up at the Gaines Street shelter in Coronado one day and said, yeah, we found this dog wandering in front of our house. Oh, by the way, she's an Anatolian Shepherd. And the girl at the desk was like, wow, that's pretty specific for a dog you just found wandering in front of your house. Yada, yada, yada. Meg got wind of it, and she's like, oh, bullshit.
I'd never even heard of that name
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. And so I come home one day from work, and the carport door leading into the house is mysteriously locked. So I go around the gate to the backyard, and I walk in, and I'm like, what is different about this picture? And I'm looking.
This story so well.
And there's a lady just sitting there looking at me in the grass, and I'm going,
Who's that?
so, Meg comes running up. She goes, no. And I'm like, I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
She goes, it's just going to be temporary. We're going to find her a home, blah, 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 blah. So she became ours, and she was our security system. She was our guardian.
God bless her.
Friday, I was up most of the night with her Friday night into Saturday. She just could not get comfortable. She was whimpering and all that stuff. So I looked at her, I don't know, it was about 3 o'clock Saturday morning. I was laying on the couch and I was just kind of dozing, and I looked down at her and she had just looked back at me like this. And it was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's time.
I know that look.
It's time. So I went outside and I said a prayer. I said, please, Lord, just make sure I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Came back inside. I kissed her. I said, I got you. So I called a vet friend of ours, and she came over yesterday morning, and we were all the other dogs and us surrounded her, and we just peaceful, quiet, the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
And she, so I answered the door for the vet, and I got my sunglasses on, and I'm just like, I can't, lip was doing the little kid quiver. So we go in, we get it taken care of and stuff, and then she has Lady like on a small type of gurney, and so I'm helping her carry Lady to the car, and I'm trying to thank her through tears, and my voice keeps on, I cannot swallow the lump.
Don't talk during the cry. You'll snivel. You'll snivel.
And it was just like, and I have the worst cry face on earth. And the vet, she goes, I know everything you want to say. You don't got to say it.
God bless her.
Type of thing. So, you run back inside, and there was the spot that she always laid down in. You're like, it's empty. But literally, as we got towards Super Bowl and stuff, and the vet had said, you guys, you nailed it on the head. This was the perfect time to do this. It was her time to go. And I woke up this morning, and the house is a little emptier and a little different, but I take solace in the fact that we did the right thing.
Yeah.
But it is the fucking worst.
Yeah.
And you had to do a horse.
Yeah, horses
God.
are no fun because they fall. The dogs that I've done have always been.
You lay him down.
laying on the
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah.
Horses have to fall down. And
But
we did our beloved Samson this
Sam.
past summer, and I told my wife Nicole, I said, I'm going to stay here with the doctor. I want you to go to the other side of the ranch. I don't want you to watch this.
Yep.
Because it's just as bad as. And there's something about the size when they're so, Samson was a huge horse. He was, for horse people, he was over 17 hands tall.
God.
It's a drag. It's a drag. And so Frank, my dog Frank, he went down on my birthday.
Oh.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Frank. Pretty inconsiderate.
What a jerk.
But I know that look when you come home and they're just looking at you going, I'm done.
Yeah.
Time to clear the vessel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he gave me that look, and so we did that. And
Did you do in-home?
no.
Oh, okay.
No, we took him to the vet because we thought, we didn't know. We didn't know what was wrong with him.
Oh, to try to, obviously give him care, like help him?
Yeah, we took him to the vet because all of a sudden he was just paralyzed on the floor, couldn't get up or anything like that. He was fine when we left for dinner doing his thing, but he was an old boy. And,
Yeah.
so you pack him up, you take him to the vet going, I wonder if this dog's coming home with me.
Hey.
And he's not. But we did the thing where we asked the vet, and finally the vet says, yes, if it was my dog, because we always ask.
Yeah.
Dave, you have to. And that
So
is
when
so
Sam-
comforting.
I know, it's a big help. But the vet that came out to the ranch for Samson, our horse, we said to him, would you? No, you're not asking me that. No.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
Nice bedside manner.
yeah, he did not want anything to do with, he didn't want to be complicit in the death sentence. So that's a drag. I prefer a vet who will tell you straight up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And some vets will say, have you tried this before we do this type of thing?
Yeah.
Is it a shot with a horse?
Oh, yeah.
It is, so okay.
Yeah, and they go straight down.
Oh, God. That's rough.
No doubt you're familiar with the Rainbow Bridge.
He's going to cry. He's going to Kelly Ripa on us.
Oh my God.
Are we all familiar with the Rainbow Bridge?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just this side of heaven is a place called the Rainbow Bridge. When an animal dies that has been especially close to someone here, that pet goes to the Rainbow Bridge. There are meadows and hills for all of our special friends so they can run and play together. Lots of food and water, sunshine. Our friends are warm and comfortable. All the animals who have been ill and old are restored to health and vigor. Those who were hurt or maimed are made whole and strong again, just as we remember them in our dreams of days and times gone by. The animals are happy, content, except for one small thing. They each miss someone very special to them who had been left behind. They all run and play together, but the day comes when one suddenly stops, looks in the distance. His bright eyes are intent, his eager body quivers. He runs from the group, flying over the green grass, his legs carrying him faster and faster, because you have been spotted. And when you and your special friend finally meet, you cling together in joyous reunion. It goes on, but that's the Rainbow Bridge. Oof.
You did it.
Oh, we don't like it.
You
No,
did
I
it.
love it.
You made him cry.
I mean, I don't have one.
I love that. I love that story.
I don't have one fresh in the chamber like you do, but I just.
No.
It was. I remember the first time I read that, though. It helped.
I think the only dog that story does not apply to is Hitler's German Shepherd.
Yeah.
It was a weird.
But you don't think Hitler felt it? Poor Hitler.
Hey, I'm crossing that bridge, Nazi. I don't ever want to see.
I want out.
I didn't say to do all that shit. I was just your dog.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
well.
it's a killer.
I'm glad your animal is out of suffering.
Oh, 100%.
And,
Yeah. You know, we got 5 left.
Yeah.
Was there any of that gathering around? You see that?
Okay.
See what's happening to your friend over here?
I will say this.
Best behavior.
They the dogs sense it because
Oh, yeah.
we're laying there kind of just surrounding her in the family room, and they all just kind of crept in, and Cheese laid down on the floor next to her, and the girls were up in the chair, and Apple was on her pillow, and Jin, our little shepherd mix, she's just kind of perched up like a gargoyle on the arm of the couch. And they just sat there the whole time. I think they know.
So sad.
Yeah.
Can I ask a weird question?
Yeah.
Because I had to do it once. So after we put Duke down, I swear to God, the next morning I heard him.
I know.
I heard his little
Yeah. Yep.
paws on the floor. Have you ever had that experience?
I think so.
Because even my mom came to visit and she's like, I hear Duke in the house. And it was like a couple weeks later.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I hear your dog honking a horn.
I do
outside.
too.
All right, now it didn't work.
I'm here.
What kind of car did your dog drive? It sounds like is it a Cooper? What is that?
Oh my God. If it's a Cooper, it's Duke.
She had a certain head shake when she would flap her ears.
Yeah.
And I heard that this morning. And it was just, well, you know what it is? It's almost like the phantom buzz you hear that you feel when you don't even have your phone in your pocket, vibration or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and it's probably just muscle memory for me type of thing. But yeah.
No.
No, and
No.
they're there.
It's a spiritual world
Yeah.
we live in, Michael.
Hey, if I get to the gates of hell before they admit me, and the devil says, "Oh yeah," because your dogs were always cruising around. The ghosts of your dogs are always there. They were cruising around looking after you and stuff. I'd be okay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You sensed a little pitter patter?
Yeah, it was really crazy because as I was telling Mike earlier, like when we put Duke down, he was old. He was a golden retriever. But we did the same thing. We had the doctor come to the house and do it there, and we did the whole made him a filet mignon steak before before we had to do it. But the second the vet got there to do it, guess who's up and excited to play? And I'm like, What a mind F right now,
Or
right?
has this been the last 6 months?
Yeah, exactly. But she said, it's common for that to happen, when.
I'm not dead yet.
Yeah. But
I'm feeling better.
But she did say, she was like, I can tell it is time. You don't have to, but you're getting close.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
at all.
and she said, she goes, this will be a good memory that you'll see him happy. Like that'll be your last memory of him.
Fighting to stay alive from the Grim Reaper. What a great memory.
Maybe that's why I hurt his footsteps.
Last thing
what did you do?
Last thing I will
Patter was him running away from. Run!
Last thing I will say, as we're sitting around here, and she's, they give him that super relaxing shot first.
Yeah.
And then they administer the shot that obviously stops their heart. So I'm just sitting there and I'm going, God, I kind of come to grips with, we're doing exactly what you want us to do. This is what we promised you when we, took ownership of you, blah, blah, blah. And then she puts her stethoscope on and she puts it like on her chest. And then she just quietly goes, she's gone.
Yeah.
I fucking lost it. Just that type of thing.
Yeah.
And she goes, I will leave. I'm going to go out to my car to get some paperwork. I'll leave you guys. Type of thing.
We had a dog who fought it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fought it.
No.
Yeah, it was not good. It's not good.
What does that?
He jumped up. Yeah, he jumped up. He didn't like it. He didn't like the feeling of the super relaxing drug going in.
Oh.
Fought it.
Oh, that's awful.
It was awful.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was awful. Wow. Like, I'm out of here.
I didn't have such a bad day then.
I'm going to go home now.
It's rough.
Okay, bye.
Should we change subject?
Yeah, that would be great.
Move on. Yeah. What is your feeling, Shauna?
Yeah.
On Elon Musk and DOGE and all these programs and even entire institutions that are being shut down. What's your thought on it?
I think it's insane.
Go ahead.
So I was telling a friend the other day, I'm like, as you guys know, I don't know if you know this, but I'm not a huge Trump fan. I'm like, remember when George Bush was president and
Which one?
the second one,
W.
Junior, and now people were like, God, I miss George Bush. I feel like that with Trump, like I miss the first Trump because he was just annoying as F. But this is scary to me. The fact that you have all these oligarch, tech guys like coming in that are really pretty smart. It terrifies me. I feel like we're in a bad Batman villain movie right now.
Why? What do you fear?
I fear that we're going to lose our democracy. I fear that we're going to, it's not a stretch for me to go when they're talking about Greenland and they're talking about Gaza and they're talking about this. I'm like, they want to take over the friggin' world. I mean, it's not going to happen, but it scares me, the power that they're trying to get and the access to citizens' information. I don't know what they're going to do. I think Elon Musk is a crazy genius, and so it just scares me. I don't even think that I can fathom what they potentially could do.
Let me try some small pieces then. Instead of the big concept that gives you fear and going in so many different directions. Mm-hmm. Let me try some small pieces for you. Here are some of the waste that DOGE has uncovered. Mm-hmm. And tell me if you object to these items being cut, okay? Mm-hmm. $2 million spent on LGBT activism in Guatemala.
Yeah, I don't object to reasonable oversight.
Okay, $6 million spent to promote tourism in Egypt. Any objection to that being cut?
The pyramids weren't selling themselves.
I don't know.
Okay.
$20 million spent on a Sesame Street production in Iraq.
Yeah.
Any objections to that?
No.
Okay. $10 million to fund hot lunches for Al-Qaeda-linked terrorists.
No.
No objections.
Unless you're going to put arsenic in those lunches.
$25 million spent to promote green transportation in West Asia.
Yeah.
So these are all on that list that Caroline Leavitt was waving in front of the press corps.
Oh, yeah.
The other day. It goes on and on. Here's some waste that happened right here in California. I don't know if you heard about this. Have you ever driven to Vegas up 15 through Mojave Desert and seen this weird shiny thing going, what the hell is that? I remember the one time I saw it. That is a mirror station called Ivampa. I thought that was a daughter or a wife. Ivampa? Was that his first wife? I'm not sure. Ivampa Power Plant is actually going out of business. And you know how solar energy works. You have those panels, those black panels, maybe you've got them at your house, that absorb sunlight, convert it to energy.
Yeah.
Ivampa was mirrors that were reflecting the sunlight, hundreds of thousands of mirrors in this gigantic stretch out in the desert that were reflecting the sunlight towards a thing that made a steam turbine generator to make energy.
Yeah.
And it was all well and good as long as you weren't a bird flying through that, because if you did,
Yeah.
they went smoke down. I forget what they call it, trailers or something like that they called them. Yeah. Because it was like those old World War II movies where you'd see a bomber get hit and
Oh, totally, yeah.
But it was hailed in 2010 by President Obama as the next thing. This is going to be the greatest move in energy ever.
Sure.
So great, I'm going to give it $1.6 billion.
Yeah. Yeah. And how much energy did it end up generating?
It never met its expectations. And the insult to injury, this Ivampa mirror power plant relied on natural gas to work in the first place. Yeah. And still couldn't work.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
and it makes you wonder, before the government, before our politicians, our lawmakers, whip out the wallet with our money in it, because remember, it's February here, April 15th is coming, you'll all have a tax refund or deposit to make.
Right.
Even if you get a refund, that's because you overpaid. I'm sure in your paycheck there's a nice big wet bite
yeah.
that's taken out of
Yeah.
there.
Sure.
Are you happy with the way they're spending your money? I want to know why these guys said, let's give them $1.6 billion before they even found out if it would work.
Well, okay, so to Shauna's point about, a crazy genius and oligarchs, et cetera, I like the fact that they are just shredding everything they can find and peeling back every single layer of the onion, because I want to get to the part where whoever was involved with Ivampa or whatever it is, what was your kickback? How much did they then turn and give back to you in the form of either a political contribution or something that went to an NGO or a special interest group? Because shit like a $20 million Sesame Street play in Iraq, that probably costs about $85 to produce.
There is no lawmaker,
No.
Democrat, Republican, Independent, none, out of the 400 and whatever that we have, there's none of them in Congress who is saying, I need to have a Sesame Street production
Right.
in Iraq.
No. They're all guilty, by the way.
I don't know why Sesame Street's even involved, but they all have their special pet projects, and these are how things get done.
I just think that, no, and I think everybody understands, well, not everybody, but reasonable people understand that a government contract, you're paying 10 times what you would if you were a normal, company or whatever. So everybody in business wants to get a government contract because they'll just, make those prices go through the roof. My problem is that there's no vetting. And it made me nervous when I heard that there's 24-year-old, 25-year-old kids going in and having access to this information, and really nobody knows anything about it. And I don't think that matters. Listen, if it was a Democratic president that was doing this same thing, I would have a big problem with it as well. I just think it's people coming in without any vetting and just going in and having access to our information. I don't think anybody wants that.
Well, no one seems to mind that if you say name of a particular product, boing, it shows up on your phone. I don't see anybody going, oh, you know what, I got to throw this phone in the garbage because I'm fearful of my personal rights. I'm worried about democracy going straight down the Cambodian commode.
Big Brother's here.
But that's your choice. Because there are people that won't use technology and won't be on social media and stuff like that. We have no choice in the matter of them going in. That is your choice to use the cell phone.
Right.
That is not our choice to have someone go in and access our personal information without our knowledge, without any vetting. He's not been elected to any office. None of them have. No one really knows anything about those kids, literally kids that went in there and got information.
But even if you know about those kids, let's say you find out about those kids, and everything you find out about those kids you hate. I can't stand it. Everything about them is wrong. They hate Steve Perry. They hate Taylor Swift.
Forget about it.
Everything about them is wrong. But the other half of the country votes for them. Too fucking bad.
No,
they're in no matter what.
But that's the point, is no one voted for them. No one vetted them.
Hey,
no one knows anything about them.
I had two choices for president. One was selected for me by the autocrats of this country, Kamala Harris. I didn't vote for her for president.
Right.
She wasn't nominated for president. It was decided for me by the Democrat National Party.
Yeah.
Where was the objection?
Right.
Where was the objection? I want to make my choices on who I'm voting for.
Yeah.
Well, then don't you want to know who's accessing your information?
I'm a little less naive about it than other people. I know they know everything about me.
Yeah.
They've got my tax return. They know how much I make. They know where I live. They know my social security number. All the stuff we're not supposed to put on the internet, they all know it. They invented it.
Well, right. And that's what makes it scary to me. That's what makes it scary to me.
Anything they want to know about me, they know.
Yeah.
I have no secrets.
I have no problem with somebody named Big Balls helping to pull back the green curtain.
Yeah.
And vet what exactly is going out in the form of payments, monies, checks, programs, subsidies, whatever it is. When they start reporting that Shauna's social security number is being sent 3, 4, 5 different checks a month instead of just one.
Yeah.
That's the type of shit where I go, you know what? I'm okay with you guys knowing everything I'm doing because I got nothing to hide, A.
Yeah.
And B, if it means that you're going to find more and more of this crap, and whether it's Republican, Independent, or Democrat, the dirty players in this, and they're pulled out in the street and we frickin' French Revolution them, I'm good with that.
So if, say Kamala did get in.
Oh.
Say she did, and she did the exact same thing and put in, I don't know, name someone that you hate as much as her.
Adam Schiff.
He's in charge now, and he's got his cronies doing exactly what is happening right now.
If Adam Schiff,
how would you feel about that?
If Adam Schiff was in charge of saying $182 million that Health and Human Services spent on projects that had nothing to do with the health of Americans, all administrative costs, including a museum dedicated to Anthony Fauci. That came out this morning.
I saw
If
that.
Adam Schiff was in charge of this and said, we're cutting that out, I would be going, I think I was wrong about Adam Schiff. I'll tell you who I was wrong about, John Fetterman.
Dude.
I was wrong about Senator Hoodie. This guy, either he's changed or I've changed, but he's making sense now.
No, he's recovering from that stroke because when
he's making sense to me now.
Total making sense.
One of the leading Democrat senators is out in public saying, I don't think either side should be weaponizing institutions of government towards people. And it's like, that's all it takes. That's all we want to do. He's got the strongest reach to me across the aisle. And it's like, okay, leave it to the guy in the hoodie and shorts literally at the inauguration to be the one to go, wait a second, you idiots. And the thing is, and I know this was true of Matt Gaetz when he was in Congress. Yeah. He actually got along really well with the Ilhan Omars and the AOCs of the world. They would go to each other's houses for dinner together.
Yes.
He likes her.
He does. And it's almost like fucking professional wrestling. It's like, wait, you're the good guy, Hulk, and you're the bad guy, Randy Savage. Yeah. You hate each other. And it's just like, no, there's a difference because they actually all do get along with one another.
And that's a problem in itself right there.
Well, if they're saying one thing and then acting and doing
Yeah.
another, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
I
you know, I
agree.
ask my kids about, how they feel about that kind of stuff. And they're like, I'm afraid. I'm afraid that this and I'm afraid of that. And I'm like, well, why are you afraid? And they don't know. That's their answer. I don't know.
Well, because somebody told them to be
Well,
afraid.
the media is my belief. I believe the media and politicians who really, that's their biggest tool in their tool chest is fear. And one more thing I have to say,
Yeah.
and this is just my analysis of this.
Yeah.
Of the politicians who are outraged at this cost cutting and shutting down U.S. aid and the Department of Education, all these buildings, they're all Democrats. Every one of them is a Democrat.
And that's
It drifts over.
listen.
They're all Democrats.
USAID was actually a bipartisan thing where people were supporting it. Even Trump's daughter was like Ivana. What's her name?
Ivanka.
Ivanka.
Oh, Ivana?
I don't.
But they're not against it now. They've seen it. They've seen how it's broken.
There are some good things so I'm just saying, don't shut it down totally. We actually have someone that we know that's in Kazakhstan right now with his family there and works for USAID, and his wife does too. And they're like, we don't know what's happening. Like, they thought they were doing good work and helping people, and now they have kids in school there that they're like, we don't know if we're protected. We don't know if we stay at a hotel, do we pay for the hotel?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different,
I think it's possible that your friend in Kazakhstan could get fucked over.
Yeah.
This happens and changes, but I have a saying that I think will make you feel better. This is how it is now.
Yeah, I
That's it.
know.
That's it.
I
And
hope that-
there's
I
one
hope
good
that-
thing about Ivampa, I got to say.
Yeah.
The good news is all 346,000 mirrors will be bought by Blake Lively for her new dress. We're going to get some of that money back. And speaking of Blake Lively, can someone explain to me, my tolerance of Blake Lively is right here.
Yeah.
I don't like her,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah,
I don't.
Ditto.
And I liked the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Was she in that?
I don't
Sure.
Sure. Was she?
probably shouldn't
I
have
don't
I
know.
think she's in the adult version.
The Sisterhood of the Traveling Panties. Anyhow, what's going on? I mean, all right, I'll tell you this. I don't care for Blake Lively, but I like her husband a lot.
I love
like
Ryan Reynolds.
a lot.
I think there's a side to him, you guys. I think he's like Dave Grohl, where he personifies himself. Like, in public, he's like this really happy-go-lucky guy, but behind the scenes, I think there's a different.
You mean like an actor?
Yes.
Two different people?
Yes, he should be an
So,
actor.
Can you explain it like I'm five?
Please.
What's going on between
Okay.
Blake Lively and this actor director of this shitty movie that no one cares about and no one wants to see except for Blake Lively?
I saw it.
And it was awful, wasn't it?
It was so bad. The book is really good.
Oh, books. Books are
I
fun.
read the book.
Good Lord. Ugh.
Okay, maybe I listened on my Audible. But
Readers and marathoners and pilots. I'm a pilot.
Oh, God.
I read books, Good. Way to go.
I'm sorry, with marathoners, the only thing I can think of, you've had diarrhea at least one time in your life while you're running.
I ran a marathon.
Did you diarrhea?
No.
Whatever.
No.
Sure. Okay.
No.
Yeah, that's it. You go marathon or cross country runner, I'm all, ugh.
No.
Sorry, we digress.
Tell me what's going on with this thing.
Okay.
She got mad.
She got
and accused
mad.
this Justin Muldowney,
Boldani.
whatever,
Boldani.
of
Hold on.
sexual harassment,
Yes.
Yeah.
among other things.
Yes. So they did this movie together. And he is the producer of the movie.
And actor.
And, oh, wait, I think she might be the producer. He's the director
Yeah.
and the actor of the movie. It is not a good movie, but I guess there was a lot of going back and forth with the script on the movie and rewriting of it. And she kind of bullied him into, like, Ryan Reynolds got involved of writing some portion of the movie.
And Taylor Swift.
Well, Taylor actually didn't get involved.
Well, she's involved.
Well, because of Blake Lively.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Blake pulled her in.
Blake pulled her in, and Taylor ain't very happy about it because Blake Lively called Taylor and Ryan Reynolds in a text message to Justin her dragons. And
I'm the Khaleesi.
yes.
She said this. Do you know this, Costa? She likened herself to the Khaleesi, and Ryan and Taylor are my dragons.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's find someone. Is Agnes Moorehead still available? I mean, she was a damn good actor. I mean,
Really good actor.
let's get someone else here.
Come on.
Yeah. So she set up this meeting with Justin at her penthouse in New York and scheduled it so that Taylor showed up to the meeting as Justin was leaving to kind of intimidate him.
Oh my God.
Right?
I know important people.
Yeah, exactly. So, long story long, she accused him of like sexual harassment and like being aggressive on the set to her and all this bullshit, right? And he's like, look, lady, that didn't happen. They have a lot of intimacy scenes in this movie. They had to hire an intimacy coach, which I guess they do on movie sets. I don't know.
Good God.
Right? So they hire this intimacy coach that kind of tells them tells them how to do the scene. Guess who didn't show up to that meeting? It wasn't Justin. It was Blake Lively.
Intimacy coach.
And then she accuses him of like sexual harassment and all this stuff.
So the intimacy coach, hey, don't get a boner when you guys are laying
Who
there.
knows?
What is?
I think
I want that job.
Yeah.
You talk about spending so much money where money isn't needed. By the way, I think your dead dog has a leaf blower out there right now.
Lady,
Use a rake.
come on.
A lot of noise coming
Green
through
New
our
Deal.
garage doors here today. By the way, we are at Loft 100 Studios today.
Love this place.
Loft100studios.com, and we want to say thank you to our crew. Jared Coleman didn't make it in today. He promises to come in next time, but he's our executive producer.
Yeah. The peanut gallery.
That's him out back
Our
doing
floor
the lawn.
director's here. He's always here. JB.
Best in the business.
Little hand for JB.
JP.
Come on.
Woo!
Christy Castillo is our assistant executive producer. Miles and Christian and Curtis was helping me out with some stuff in the production studio this morning. I love this crew.
Great crew.
I really do. They are the best. Loft100studios.com.
Yeah.
Where Sully holds court here every day doing so many shows. The Big Biz Show. And
Big Biz Show, on the air, all sorts of stuff.
it goes on and on and on. So, are you happy with the way you're dressed today?
Yeah.
I like your outfit.
I do too.
I liked your outfit last week. You were unhappy with your blazer.
I didn't like my blazer.
Well, your outfit was fine. And I know you're not supposed to tell a woman you look fine.
I didn't like it.
No, I liked it. I thought you looked very urban,
Yeah.
very cosmopolitan. I like. Let's remind everybody what you looked like. Let's look at it right now. You're a little self-conscious about this blazer, and I think you look great.
You do look great.
I thank you. I wore it for warmth, and I planned on taking it off, but then
Go on.
I got a couple of compliments, and I'm like, oh, I'll keep it on.
Good.
What the heck?
Yep. The problem was, very shortly after the show, something popped up everywhere. So we have to ask, who wore it better?
Oh, I love these.
Shauna
Okay.
or Ozzy Osbourne?
Oh.
All right, now let's not rush to judgment. Let's think about this.
Okay.
Who wore it better? I have to say, just in fairness, I think Ozzy has a better mani going on that day.
Big time. Big time.
Better
It's-
manicure, but I'm gonna overall. Guess what?
Yeah.
You're my winner.
I did.
right.
You're my winner,
Yeah, thanks.
Shauna. You wore it better.
Didn't know you and Ozzy shopped at Talbot's.
And have the same hairstyle, apparently, except for I get my roots.
But you don't go for the pseudo Miami Vice roll up the sleeve.
I tried,
Keep
and
it-
it kept sliding down.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
trying to bring that back, the rolled up sleeves
Yeah.
and the blazers.
Yeah.
No.
Enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Shawnee, I think you look better than Ozzy.
You do. You beat Ozzy. And you know, I wish Ozzy would be done with those little round sunglasses. I didn't like him on John Lennon. I don't like him on Granny Clampett. No one. I don't think they're a
Yeah.
good look for him.
Even the great Geddy Lee of Rush.
No. Don't.
Change him, Ged.
I haven't seen anyone. He is a big, violator of that look.
Yeah,
Getty.
You can't have a big head and wear the little John
Those
Lennons.
glasses are awful.
I could not pull them
Well,
off.
anyway,
Ugh, it's awful.
congratulations on winning it. That led me to a comparison last week when we highlighted a still shot of my friend Mike Costa.
Wait,
My favorite.
Let's remind everybody of what that looked like last week. There he is.
Wait, can we put
It's
this up every week,
an
please?
itch. I
So
was itching.
today
my nose.
we're going to play Who Picked It Better.
Yeah. Let's go.
He claims it was an itch.
Yes.
You know, what do we know? We can't see where the thumb is.
Thank you.
I feel like that thumb is up in the cerebellum somewhere, but we don't know.
Yeah.
It's the grassy knoll. We'll never know.
But let's see who picked it better, and we're going to start
Okay.
with Mr. Brad Pitt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brad
so-
Pick.
Okay.
Oh, geez.
Now that's a pick. That's a pick, right?
No. That is not a pick. That's
Okay,
an
how
itch.
could you call mine a pick when you literally?
Well, I can see the tip of his finger, and it's right there. You can't see your thumb.
So is he like this then? Is he just?
Yeah.
It's not a good look, I'll say that.
It's not.
Yeah.
You're right. It's
Let's
not.
just say pick, scratch, whatever. Let's not do that anymore, Brad.
Okay. Okay.
And Brad, let's get rid of the little page boy hat.
Oh my
okay,
God. No
come on, move on.
kidding.
All right?
Yes.
I know you tried hard on that, but it didn't work. Get rid of the beret. Okay, Prince? Come on. Go on.
What's with your guy's lips going up too when you do that?
I
Because
think
yours
it-
did too.
Yeah,
Yours did too.
It's just a big schmudge.
Well, I don't think you can try to scrunch your nose without having your lip. See, your lip automatically comes up.
Yeah, you can't.
So who do you think, Shauna? Who picked better? You give it to Mike? Or you
I'm
give it to
still
Brad?
going to give it to, well,
I'm totally giving it to Mike.
yeah, I
Because
agree.
as you pointed out, there is significant evidence to prove here that Brad actually is not picking.
Yeah, yeah. Mike's still.
So you win. You
Yeah.
beat Brad Pitt.
Oh, thank you.
Finally.
Thank you so much.
Let's
one
step
time in
it
your
up.
life.
Okay.
You wouldn't think we could go bigger than Brad Pitt, but we're gonna.
Oh.
Right now, let's go royalty.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Queen Elizabeth,
Oh.
the royal gloved finger.
Ew.
I will say, not only do we see her head moving back and to the left, but there is no question that finger is up the.
Yeah.
Look at that hoe. Holy crap. I've never seen that picture before.
Yeah.
That is full. The dust of Ascot is getting up in there.
Yeah.
It just,
Even the nostril is kind of
oh, yeah. you
pushed
can-
out a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah. That, yeah, the Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty damn good.
I'm going to give it to the queen
Gonna
on
give it
that
to the
one.
Queen on that one?
Yeah.
Good move.
You okay with that? We don't want to hurt your feelings.
No. I got to go with the Queen.
Who?
How about that
Who
Queen?
are you picking?
What? Well, just don't you wonder what
Literally.
happens to that poor white glove?
Oh, yeah,
Burned,
that's
right?
what made me
Once
gag.
she, pulls that down.
Oh,
No.
Bring the royal glove discarding container.
disgusting royalty, I swear to
I just think
God.
of some little fawning footman running up, head bowed. Yes, milady.
Gross.
Bringing in a
That
fresh
is
glove.
so gross.
Like the piss boy in History of the World.
Nasty.
Glove boy.
Look at her go.
Yeah, she was
Ew.
really getting at it.
Think of what you could get for that glove on eBay. You know?
Oh my God. With her,
These girls
yeah.
who fart in a baggie on OnlyFans, what do you get for that glove?
It looks like she wiped
Allegedly.
It there.
All right, I got one more for you, and I think this guy might have you beat as well. It's
Okay.
none other than Titanic's Leonardo
Oh.
DiCaprio.
Oh.
Look at
Oh, Leo.
this guy.
Oh, see, now there is the thumb that's going in said nostrils.
There's a slovenliness here, a degenerativity
Yeah.
that I don't believe even Mike Costa can attain. The slump back, the crotch display, the utter disdain for any civilized manners. Look at this guy.
The frickin' heater in his right hand.
I mean, he's just like, he's got someone over here on their
Yeah.
phone. He's always surrounded by 5 or 6 chicks in a bikini who don't care that he's fat and he's got his thumb
Yeah.
up his nose.
Oh, Leo, you're the greatest.
That's him shoving cocaine up his nose.
Oh, there we go.
I'm convinced
That's a
of it.
bump, huh?
That's him doing a bump.
Look at that guy.
Oh my gosh. I will say this, and the phone brings it to mind. He is the king of the act like you're having a phone conversation as you're walking out.
Oh,
to
yeah?
fans where, hey,
Yeah.
Just got to take it.
Yeah.
Which I will often use every single time I'm walking into a grocery store and there's somebody who wants me to sign a petition
Or sell you a Girl Scout cookie.
or whatever. It's just like on my phone, sweetie, yeah, mayonnaise? Okay, mayo, blah, 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 blah. Got it. All right, and just text me if anything else goes in the store, right past them, right past them. Yep, yeah.
What is your, because I'm with you.
Yeah.
What is it about us that we are unable, whatever the word is, to say, I don't want any fucking thin mints today, Tiffy? Why do we struggle with that encounter?
Maybe it's self-preservation. You don't want to be seen as the bad guy or Mr. McGregor with Peter Rabbit, type of thing, or Peter Cottontail. You just want to, I don't want to say no, but at the same time, I'm pissed that you're posting up in front of the store because I've got to get in there and you're trying to prey on my, whatever, being a soft heart or a pushover or something like that.
I really get annoyed with people who will be like, what's your problem, man? Why can't you just say thank you, no thank you, and move on? It's like, because I'm saying to you clearly I've got a problem, and you're just like brushing it off like it's no problem for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
Glad you don't struggle with it. Next time, let me know when you got a problem. I'll just say, why don't you get over it? It's a problem for me. I don't know why. One time I tried to be funny at Albertsons, and I said to the girl, I don't want any cookie.
Yeah, that's
I did
scary.
it. I really did. I yelled at her like, yeah, and she did not take it well.
Oh, good. Wow.
None of it went well. Surprise, none of it went well. So I don't do that.
Now you have to battle a phalanx of vendors as you're leaving Costco.
Yep.
There's window, water, roofing.
Yeah.
Hey,
HVAC.
Whatever. I'm literally walking through going, I'm going to have to bring out the phone. Leaving the store now. Yeah, I got everything you needed. Gallon of mustard, you bet. Got the mayonnaise.
Just repeat it.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, we'll just put on the list for now. In my pocket, I'm out the door. Type of thing.
And the funny thing is, everyone from the phalanx at Costco to little Tiffany, the junior brownie, they've seen them all. Oh, this asshole pretending to be on the phone again, right?
Yeah, maybe I'm fooling.
And the people who are like, sorry, I already bought some. Yeah, right. I'd rather you just shine me on.
Oh, hey, my niece, my daughter, my granddaughter is a Girl Scout.
Yeah, heard it, whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Have you tried the old Girl Scout cookies? You know, the things that Facebook tells me are full of heavy metals and toxic poisons? I think not. I'd like to survive my way to the cart corral.
I'm paying to have you groomed to be a prostitute?
Save your
My God.
I'm not going there.
Yeah. I'll buy some for the Marines because whatever, I'm not eating them, but they can.
Do you guys have a favorite? A go-to? If you're going to buy
Girl Scout cookies?
Yeah.
Anything but coconut.
Oh, see?
Oh, Dave.
Yeah, I'm not a coconut.
It's not the Samoas. I love.
Really? Do you like
peanut butter patties and
tagalongs?
yeah, anything but
Pretty good.
coconut, yeah.
Okay.
They have a new one this year that's really good, and I forgot what it is. There's some peanut butter in it.
There is. There's a chocolate peanut butter thing.
I like-
My Albertsons makes a chocolate chip cookie that cannot be beaten by anybody. And I've been to, raw dough and dirty dough and dill dough and all.
I don't think dildo makes cookies.
Whatever. They're just long thin ones. Tastes like pickles. They're not good. My Albertsons makes my favorite chocolate chip cookie. And so when I come out and people are selling me stuff, I'm like, I just came out of the store.
Yeah.
I got everything. I wasn't going, gosh, I hope there's some dirty vendor on the sidewalk
Yeah.
hawking his wares for all those 16 things I forgot on my list right here.
Now, is this a cookie that has been baked in the bakery section and they box it and put it on and it's just soft or hard?
Soft.
Yeah.
I'm not a hard cookie guy. People who go nutty for Oreos, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, it cuts the roof of your
You're on a
mouth.
different planet for me.
Chips
I'm not
Ahoy?
crispy cookie.
No.
And I don't lose my mind over a fucking Oreo. Whatever.
Nope.
They ripped off. Who'd they rip off?
Oh, yeah.
Hydrox.
Hydrox. They
Yeah.
ripped off Hydrox. Hydrox invented it.
Bastards.
But
Yeah,
that-
I'm soft.
You got to think those people at Hydrox every day, they're like,
Yeah.
it was ours.
Yeah.
No, I'm
So good though, the fluffy goodness inside.
You mean that lard
Yeah, I love
in
it.
the middle? That's all I taste.
it's Crisco and
Lard.
sugar.
Yeah.
That's all that is, just
Yeah.
Crisco and sugar.
It's just grease.
Ask yourself why you have just total, you have to make a mad dash for the toilet an hour after eating Oreos, because you just greased your whole system.
Yeah. An Oreo. An arteriosclerosio. Dip it in milk.
It makes it healthier.
It makes it better, yeah. Yeah,
No,
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 my Albertsons bakery chefs have it dialed in. They're the best.
Love it.
And frankly, if they don't have them, or if they're out, or if they've boned it up and left them in the oven for 2 minutes too long, I go without.
Oh.
So it's got to be perfectly cooked.
It's got to be pretty good.
Okay.
Got to be pretty good. Sometimes they bring in the B team. They leave them in the oven too long, like my grandmother used to. My grandmother, God bless her, used to make chocolate chip cookies. And she, from scratch, flour, sugar, brown sugar, vanilla,
Yep.
the Nestle's bag of Toll House,
Yep. Semi-sweet.
everything.
Yep.
Now we'll put them in the oven and I'll take them out tomorrow.
Hockey
They're about
pucks.
the color of this tablecloth. Thank you, Nana.
You want to hear how diabolical the woman I married is? Now, I love my mom's chocolate chip cookies. Always have. And whenever she bakes, she doesn't bake as much as she used to, but when she bakes, she always sets some aside for her little Lewis. So she drops off like 5 dozen cookies. And Meg calls me, I think, whatever. She says, hey, you love your mom's chocolate chip cookies. I go, yeah, best in the world. She goes, well, she dropped off a bunch of cookies today, but she put raisins in them. And I'm like, fuck.
Throw her in jail. Send
Well,
her down to Guantanamo Bay with all the terrorists.
So I get home and I'm looking at my wife and saying, what the fuck is wrong with my mom? I hate raisins.
Yeah.
I hate raisins.
Okay.
Why would she fucking make a bunch of dozen cookies with raisins in them? And Meg's like, I don't know.
What did Meg say?
She goes, I don't know why your mom would make them with raisins in them. That's a you and your mom problem, not me. So I'm just fucking fuming over this, right? And I go and I don't know, a week or two later, I call my mom.
Yep.
She calls me. And I'm like, hey, crazy lady, Mom, why would you send over 4 dozen raisin cookies to my house when you know I fucking hate raisins?
What raisins are you talking about, Michael?
She goes, my child. She goes, I sent chocolate chip cookies
Of course you did.
to your house. I didn't send raisin cookies. And I'm thinking, that bitch. She
lied.
That's how lied so she could, at her leisure, because she know I'll just power through and eat a dozen right off the bat and then come back like eat 6 more. And she just
Where's the trust?
Yeah.
gone.
Where's
Yeah.
the trust?
Gone. The trust and I are driving to Gomez trial attorneys, get the divorce process going. God.
He'll be on your side. I've seen that man. He enjoys a good cookie.
Absolutely.
Damn right.
Yep.
I got to tell you, I saw this story in Australia. A woman, imagine this, a woman barged into an 8th grade schoolroom and told the girl who had been bullying her daughter that if she didn't back down, she was going to slit her throat.
Oh, wow.
I'm your worst fucking nightmare.
Wow.
She walked into a full classroom in full rage and said, you don't back off my daughter, I'm going to slit your throat. Those are her words.
Had to be
Okay.
said.
This girl apparently had been bullying this woman's daughter for a long time. Over a period of a year, the child who'd been bullied lost her appetite, was losing weight, was getting depressed, didn't want to go to school, the whole thing. You saw this behavioral change. And one of the last pieces of advice that the bully in the school had told her daughter was, I think you should hang yourself.
What?
We've heard this from bullies before. So mom barged into the classroom and said, I'm going to slit your throat if you don't leave my kid alone. I'm your worst fucking nightmare, okay? Then she calmed down and she realized, okay, I lost my mind. And she apologized. But the head of government of South Australia, the Prime, as they call him, he's the top government. He's on TV going, what kind of society is this if we can have adults threatening children? Fuck you and fuck you. And, you know, this woman went to the school and said, I need your help. She went to the police and said, I need your help. This child's bullying my child. Look what's happening to her. She won't eat. This child's telling my kid to hang herself. I don't want to bury my child. You know what help she got? Zero.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
I support this woman 100%.
When's the parade in her
Walk
honor?
into a classroom and tell a kid, you get in my kid's way again like that, I'm going to slit your throat.
Yeah.
I'm for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm for you. And it just makes me go, what is wrong with these politicians who have to stand up and go, it's wrong with our society? You let her down.
Yes. Yes.
She came to you for help and you let her down.
Yeah, I agree. No, I'm with you 1,000,000%. If I took every action I could to prevent it or address it with the school, with the police, with whatever, and no one was doing anything, you left me no choice.
Yep.
You literally left me no choice.
And she, after it was done, okay, I shouldn't have done that. And she apologized and she was embarrassed. She didn't go, I never, I was wrong. But she said, okay, I know I went overboard, never anything like that.
Message sent.
Begged the school, begged the police for help. Their solution was to suspend the daughter, who was being bullied.
Oh my
And both
God.
parents are banned from the school.
Oh my God.
That's their solution.
And where is this? In
Australia.
Yeah. Former penal colony, by the way.
That's insane to me. It's insane to me.
Well, we live in insane times.
Yeah.
I always told Toph, he started being a little kid, I said, listen, if someone's picking on you or bullying you, ask them to stop. Just say, hey man, could you stop it? And if it doesn't stop, you go to the teacher. And I said, if that doesn't stop Toph, then I'm getting involved. And I had to get involved with this one kid. And this was when he was like in second grade. Before, Toph came out to us as being gay when he was 14 or 15. But he was wearing a pink polo. And this older kid on the yard said,
Pink.
pink, it's what gay people wear. And he came home, he goes, Dad, so-and-so said that I'm gay because I'm wearing a pink shirt. I'm like, what? So I said, listen, go back to him and say, listen, my dad wears pink all the time. A lot of guys
Dad's
do it.
gay.
Yeah.
too.
Pretty much.
Come
exactly.
on, you know how this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, go tell your teacher. Told the teacher, nothing happened. So then I accidentally wandered into the kid at drop off, I don't know, a week or two later. And I said, hey, and I made sure I was wearing pink on the day. I said, I'm Toph's dad. And he says, you're calling him gay because he's wearing pink. And, I wear pink and stuff like that. He's so, the kid's just like,
Clammed right up.
Yeah.
I clammed right up.
Yeah.
And I said, you're probably not going to want to say that anymore to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now I know what you look like. And he was just,
And he
good.
didn't run to his parents and complain about you?
no, didn't complain about me or anything, but the message was sent. And as it ends up, he and Toph became friends down the road.
Oh,
Type
how
of
about
thing.
that?
Yeah.
This is like the fox and the hound.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're back to dogs.
Right.
I thought I had it out.
Oh, lady.
Oh, the Rainbow Bridge.
But you got, Dave, you have to engage when your parents now, because you cannot
Well,
trust.
I'll tell you who did not ever walk into a classroom and threaten to slit any kid's throats was my dad. Because back when I was about the size, Kelly Ripa could still beat me up, but back when I was about that size, everyone was bullying me. And I came home, Dad, the such and such is outside and he's going to threaten it. And my dad was like, well, son, you better get out there and face it. So that emboldened me, and I walked out and I went, here it comes! Woof!
God bless you.
And I think I missed him by about that far. And I spun into a corkscrew, and then he's going Joe Pesci with me,
no.
kicking me on the ground. My dad walked out, sees his son, just a bloody pulp on the ground. All right, everyone go home.
Dave's learned his lesson.
He's had enough. Here's 50 cents for some shoe polish.
Oh my
Get that
God.
blood off your head. God.
We all grew up with bullies, and
Yeah.
back then, You don't go to your parents, you handle it.
Oh, I went to my parents. It didn't work. Didn't work.
Yeah.
I think, okay, so here's a question I have for you. After that happened, did the kid still bully you, or was it out of his system?
I think it was out of his system, and I think he might have moved. I don't know. I think I actually think I moved into the basement as a 4th grader. I just stayed down there until I went to college.
See, that's just the fact that some kids are like, I'm gonna just get here in the morning and stay here.
Yeah.
And then I'll run home.
Yeah, I stayed out of his
What a
way.
horrible
I think
existence.
boys have it, like, we told Jameson, always be respectful, try to talk it out first, never throw the first punch, but if someone goes for you first.
Finish that shit. Exactly.
But
I disagree with never throw the first punch. If you know it's coming to blows,
Oh.
one punch to the nose can be, that's it.
Yeah.
The whole incident's over.
Yeah.
If you know it's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever been punched in the nose?
Yeah.
You can't see, you can't
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah.
I mean,
What did Tyson say? Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the nose.
Yeah.
It's just-
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think girls can be really freaking mean.
Ooh. Yeah.
Really mean.
Vipers.
Bring back Blake Lively.
Well,
Mean girl.
my wife went to the girl doctor a couple years ago, and the lady behind the desk who checks you in, and you know what a treat they always are, those sunshine people.
Yeah.
It was her school bully.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah. And she sized her right up. Nicole took one look and it goes, "Do you remember me?" And she looked at her and she goes, eyes got real big, and she's like, "Oh." And she's like, "Yeah, I remember you." Ooh. Oh, yeah. She had her moment. She had her moment.
Was she just big and fat and just spilling out over the chair?
My wife? No, I wouldn't have married her.
Oh, the girl at the desk.
Oh, I don't know. No, my wife's
okay.
a hottie.
She is.
I didn't know what you meant.
Sorry.
But your wife also
Oh,
was
I'm
going
so sorry.
to being put in a very precarious situation going to the girl doctor.
That's true.
Tell you what.
Yeah, once you're
That girl could have walked in and been like,
No,
I think she told the doctor, said, "Listen, I'm never coming back here.
oh, wow.
You've got this woman out front who was, just made my life miserable. You'll never see me here again." No, Nicole stared her down.
yeah.
My wife can
her.
handle her
Yeah, she
herself.
can.
She really can. But she stared her down. But she's just like, "I don't want to be here. I'm not coming back." That woman's a bully.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you instantly recall it too.
Oh.
There's people I'll cross paths with and I'll say, 5th grade, blah, 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 blah. or
Yeah.
whatever. You never forget.
That's why you have to move out of the state.
Witness protection.
me.
Yeah.
I call that your Christmas tree of dread. And every one of those is an ornament that just hangs on your tree of dread.
And it's not supposed to. You're just supposed to, as all good psychologists and psychiatrists and the Wayne Dyers of the world, let that shit go. Let it go. You never let it go.
No.
Was it the Ghosts of Christmas Past that had all the links in the chain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You drag that
Jacob Marley.
you drag that shit around for the rest of your life.
Ugh.
Yeah. The Frozen Queen and Taylor Swift who say, "Let it go, shake it off, whatever." That's a lie. I've seen Frozen. That queen didn't look too happy to me.
Oh, and by the way,
Living up
Taylor's,
at the North Pole someplace, everything she touches freezes.
Really. Eat a shit sickle.
yeah, Taylor didn't let it go. She didn't invite Blake to the Super Bowl.
Bummer.
Oh, is that the scuttlebutt now that there's, oh, baby.
What was she doing with Ice Spice? That was a weird hookup.
She was there last year, too. I don't get that friendship. It's weird.
Why is Paul McCartney there?
He was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's English.
He's
You know,
awesome.
the
Not that there's anything wrong with being English.
the people who are against President Trump. And Mike, when I hold this paper up to my face, Shauna can't hear what I'm saying,
Not a
but
thing.
you know who I'm talking about.
100%.
here, the crybabies who are
Yeah.
against any kind of
Right.
cutting.
Yeah.
All the anti-DOGE people are like, "What's President Trump doing out there at the Super Bowl? That cost us $20 million.
Sure
in
did.
Private planes and security and stuff like that." I'll tell you what he's doing. That's how it is now.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Better get used to it.
I want that on his shirt.
I want to leave you with something fun.
Okay,
Okay? A fun.
good. Good.
I think it's a good one. Do you remember a couple weeks ago, all the presidents got together and some of the wives, Obama, for Jimmy Carter's funeral?
Yes.
And they all seemed to be like having a good time.
Oh, Obama and Trump were laughing at each other.
They were
with each other.
They were having some laughs.
Yeah.
And I think it's okay to be jovial at the funeral of a 900-year-old
Yes,
man.
I agree.
Okay? Let's be honest. We're burying Australopithecus over here. Okay? It was time. They were having some good laughs. We couldn't figure out what was going on. They hired lip readers and stuff like that. We finally have the video that tells us what happened.
Love it.
All was because of Bill Clinton. He was the one who started it all.
Okay.
So as we say thank you for watching this episode of the Dave Rickards podcast, we leave you with this feel-good video of the week.
I just sharted myself. You know, when you crap. He crapped himself.
You've been listening to the Dave Rickards podcast. Stay tuned for more episodes to come.